What's up, everyone? It's The Wandering Wind. I'm your host, Gregory, and I want to talk about a couple of things that are troubling to me. Okay, the first story, and both of these stories are actually things that I learned by watching the Philip DeFranco show. If you know anything about Philly D, you know that he's an awesome guy. Go ahead and check out his channel. I'll leave a link to his channel in the end card here, and let's go. So, in the last couple of weeks, there have been a couple of things that have been worrying for the YouTube community as a whole, but also the internet community as a whole. Last week, or a couple of weeks ago, a bill was signed by the House that could eliminate internet privacy forever. Basically, what this bill says is that your internet service provider will no longer be required by law to tell you that they're giving your personal information away. Instead, they'll just do it. This could be the beginning of Big Brother. It really could. I mean, come on, think about it. We, as a majority of the internet community, we most of the time have some sort of a webcam, microphone, or some other smart device always connected to our internet that could possibly surveil us, record us, monitor us, or whatever, if the government so chose. This removes or even not just the government, but also other people. This removes the possibility of any kind of safety within your ISP. So what can you do? Well, you can use one of two things to try and figure out how, or try and protect yourself from fraud or having your identity stolen or whatever. Because just think about it. All of your personal information. That's your emails. That's your contacts on your phone. That's your billing information and your credit card information. That's your social media profiles. That's your internet profiles for things like different gaming services or whatever. That's your YouTube channel if you're a content creator. I mean, there are a lot of things that are at stake if this goes through. So you can either use a virtual private network or VPN. Don't go for the free ones. They don't work. They only have maybe a 50 meg limit. Get a monthly plan or whatever. You can actually find monthly plan VPN services for relatively cheap. And you can use a browser like Tor browser or some other really high security browser to mask the websites you're using. I mean, your internet provider will still be able to tell that you're using your browser, but they won't be able to tell where you're going or what you're doing. But just be careful about what you do on the internet. It's a scary world out there. And then, of course, my second story of the day is going to be Google and YouTube losing ad services from big advertising companies. There are lots of different. I mean, you've got Walmart, Pepsi, Starbucks, AT&T, Verizon, Johnson & Johnson, Volkswagen, Burger King, McDonald's. And these companies are the big spenders. This is where a lot of YouTube's revenue comes from. And if YouTube experiences much more in the way of losing advertisers, then you could end up having a really difficult time, because what's causing this is all the, and let me do it right, controversial YouTube channels covering sensitive topics. So topics of racial bias, topics of the LGBTQ community, or the black community, or the white community, or Philip DeFranco covering the Dear Black or Dear White People series, or covering the latest issues with Trump, or whatever. If your content here on YouTube is in some way going to be viewed as offensive, you're likely to have your videos demonetized on the spot. Now, YouTube says they're going to be implementing new things to make appealing this faster and all that, but there is still going to be so many problems with being able to get a huge amount of advertising revenue, and this is going to affect even the highest YouTubers. This is going to affect me. This is going to affect Philip DeFranco. This is going to affect Boogie2988. This is going to affect PewDiePie. It's going to be a blanket effect for everyone. If you're a news channel, you're most likely going to need to turn to fan funding. So use platforms like Patreon, use platforms like GoFundMe for a quick funding for like a short-term funding need, or use, there are several different ways to get a good income without relying on Google's ad services, because they're not going to be there forever for a lot of us that cover the issues that matter. That's the worrying kind of state our world is in. We're losing our net neutrality. We're losing our internet security. And now, for us content creators, we're losing our source of income. Me, myself, I don't have a source of income at the moment. I don't even have income from YouTube's AdSense, really. But for those of you that depend on Google to give you a paycheck every month, to pay your rent, to pay your bills, to pay your internet fees, because you need to get internet in order to be able to survive, you are going to need to be careful about not putting all of your eggs in YouTube's advertisement basket, because a lot of times you're not going to get a good return on that with the way things are going. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you guys about all of this. I wanted you to know firsthand what's going on, because frankly, if you rely on this, you're going to need to know eventually. This is going to change. The YouTube community is changing, the internet community is changing, and it's dangerous. It's a scary world out there. Be careful. If you guys like the video, if you guys appreciate the fact that I tell you guys the news without sugaring it or without sweetening the deal or anything, hit that like button. If you want to hear more about important topics here on YouTube or in the internet community, or about life topics, hit that subscribe button. If you're not already subscribed, I make videos every day. I haven't been able to make videos this last couple of days because of not being able to access an internet connection, but that will change here now. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have an awesome day. You guys have been great. I love you guys. I love your faces. I love the fact that you guys tell me what I need to do better, and you guys give me your viewpoint as well. If you guys have any thoughts, any suggestions, any worries, leave them down in the comments section. As always, I will leave links to my Patreon page, my sister's GoFundMe page to help her out, and any other social media links that I feel are needed, and I will see you guys in the next video tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have an awesome day.